Worlds Beyond Number, The Wizard, the Witch, and the Wild One, Book 1 original soundtrack, is officially up for pre-order now at worldsbeyondnumber.com. If you grab it today, you'll get a few tracks right away to start listening, and the full album will land on May 15th. A hoo-hoo, crackle, crackle. This is the sound of Worlds Beyond Number. Wisest of all is the ant that can tell shade from shadow and flees the approaching boot. Western Kruish adage. Three phrases written on a window. Lean in. There's a fucking mole. Good luck. Let's talk quite briefly about the phraseology behind lean in. It might be obvious that it means to focus or to consider something closely. Its origins stem from what little the average person in the 40 Suns understands of faster-than-light space travel via ORM. To lean in but not pass through is a death sentence. That's a phrase people know but don't understand, and though the what might be vaguely intuited, something about the portal, the wormhole, we don't have the word for it, we call it a lean. The why is a mystery. And yet, somehow across centuries of common use, the phrase lean in remains no longer a warning to would-be pilots in their first days of training. Though I suppose in this instance, scrawled messily in Gemmis Octavo soldier's blood across the Kenner's cockpit window, some spirit of the original mystery has been preserved.
May I investigate the writing for any either forensic details or coded messaging within this scrawl?
Ooh, okay. Yeah. We'll say the baseline DC is a 6. We'll go reason. And then every sort of step up above that flat 6 will give you more information.
Delightful. And I have a quibble working against me.
Yeah. I appreciate your quibble honesty.
10 plus 1 is 11. That's a success, which we have to re-roll.
Come on, 1.
5 plus 1 is a 6.
Okay. You go and analyze what best you can. Are you trying to avoid the crime scene at all? Or how into this are you getting?
Yes, I am trying to avoid the crime scene.
Okay. So kind of just getting up to the window. I think the thing you can most easily suss, this was written by someone writing with both of their hands. It's very easy to suss out left or right-handedness in scrawl, especially in the sort of finger painty way. But there's something about the lack of lean or specificity that this was someone kind of using both hands simultaneously, a highly dexterous act for a normal person.
Yeah.
But there doesn't appear to be any coded message there.
Cool. Just
a very specific warning to someone who they knew would see it from the inside of the ship.
2 dead guards?
2 dead pilots, and you've heard no other sounds from the rest of the ship, and there was blood in the corridor.
And obviously, this feels clear, written not by one of the 2 victims.
Correct.
Yes, written in their blood by somebody who either perpetrated it or wasn't bothered by it enough to not write a message.
1,000%.
Okay. Are there any guns or sidearms on the 2 guards?
Yes. The kit that they essentially pulled you all with is still present. Their rifles aren't on them. They were took all of those off, but in their storage lockers, those massive rifles are there.
I have a sample collection kit, so I think that I swap out my fingertips on my hand, and go to collect the guns from storage and hand a gun to Chi, or offer a gun to Chi and Zadavin.
I'll take one.
Oh, thank you.
I do not take a gun for myself.
I will note that You don't see the other 4 guards, but you can pretty easily guess that they are also dead. If you wanted a gun, you could go get one.
There are other guns here in this space?
6 officers on the ship. All of them had rifles when you were pulled.
I would actually like to disable those weapons.
Okay.
And not take one for myself.
Okay, you head to the back of the ship.
With a cursory glance, is there any chance that I recognize the handwriting?
Go ahead and give me, let's go difficulty. We'll try difficulty 6, reason.
That's a 1.
Incredible. I'll ask you a question and then offer a sort of like world move to honor that 1. What do you think Chi finds the most distracting about this scene, specifically?
I think that this is in a parlance that is specifically targeted to me. And I think maybe with a 1 that I am desperately caught up in trying to find this hidden message or some sort of a double entendre or a personalized threat.
There is something inside of the slang of lean in. You are traveling with nobility and a being that uses a fuller capacity for language than the slang of lean in. It's a pretty good guess that this message was for you. And I think that's the thing you circle around. And it takes you a second to snap and realize it, but it's because of the movement of those lights. Farther down, like looking past the words through the window, the ship landed in this like dock district on Karueda. And you see off in the distance, it's pretty foggy and green and gray all around, so lights have to be very bright to cut through the noise of the mist everywhere. One of those spinning lights reminds you of authority figures. And it occurs to you that your time here isn't forever. I'm not saying police are on their way, but someone else other than the 3 of you will see this soon.
Lean in. Oh, that is a fucking wall. Okay. Authorities are on the way.
Oh. Well, you didn't kill him.
I look down at the gun in my hand. No. We were all together. They'll believe you, won't they?
Depends.
Are there any sort of signs of anybody else leaving the cockpit? Where are the rest of the guards?
Yeah, I think Zadovin is working through, a pull interrupted. A pull. Something simple. It's not complicated. Go where you're told. Wait until the deal is made. Go home. Interrupted. Why? And I think is just going to, start to walk in the direction of Excelsior. Just trying to see if there's anything else.
Yeah, if both of you are sort of moving towards the back of the ship, you will come across the corpses of the other 4 guards here.
So we're near the cockpit right now.
You were at the cockpit, and then you mentioned moving back to go disarm
the other weapons. Are they like far down a hallway or in another room somewhere?
They're in another room.
Then in that case, I think forget that if that's okay.
Sure.
I think if they were in the same storage locker, he'd do it. But I think in that case, as I hear you say authorities are coming, I'll just say, interesting. Obviously, authorities are also present here on this ship. Interesting to think about what might be the supreme or competing authority. Zadovin, seeing the cockpit currently unmanned, what is the protocol around interrupting one's own pull?
You're expected to be complicit in pulls, just to set that tone. Because if everyone is interrupting their own pulls, then everything gets more dangerous and a lot more lives get lost. In hearing Excelsior's question, I think my first thought is going to go to, of the bodies we've seen, are any of them Kier?
neither of the two pilots was Lorekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
For you, Chi, you do see the person that, without any facial recognition, just kind of off of height, you think that the two people that escorted you ended up being the pilots. So they are certainly in the front.
I'd like to, across Zadavin's sunglasses, send 2 drafted missives, one very short and to the point and one a little bit more formal and a little longer, to possibly alert your immediate network that you are experiencing an irregular pull. For your perusal and at your option, some missives that would alert your closest network.
I think I see that. I'm going to turn on you sharply. I can handle this.
Understood.
The other Keir is not here.
Yeah.
Or I haven't seen him yet.
You haven't seen him yet.
I'll go to the back. Or is his
You
body?
find him, 100%.
He's there. The pull's been interrupted. Now the question is just, do we go through with it or do we pivot? I think we should go through with it. I think we should try and find Gemas Octavo here on Carueda.
Understood.
Lean in. The only way forward is through.
I'm going to head toward the exit of the ship.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do, see, or interact with before you leave the ship?
I am going to check in the cockpit. Does it look like the shots came from behind or through the cockpit windshield?
It's not through the cockpit windshield, but I will ask the same question I asked earlier. How close are you getting to investigating this? Because forensic work requires interaction with a crime scene.
Should we not touch the bodies?
Touching the bodies is I'm not going to touch the bodies.
Very good.
I am a skilled physician.
I think we're past that point, but here, take a look with me.
I can go ahead and do a little forensics on the bodies to see any information we might glean.
Yeah. Let's go. You can pick between the two of you who you want to lead a difficulty 8 reason roll.
Oh, that would definitely be you.
Okay. Cool. I'll start to analyze.
Yeah, and I think I would like to assist in a will way. I think instead of looking at specifically forensics, I would like to just search their persons.
You gonna touch the bodies?
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta ask a couple times.
Yeah. It makes me nervous how many times you keep asking it, but I think I would like to just carefully look over just through their pockets.
Can I, from my retrieval kit, offer a pair of... Can I just take a look at your hands briefly?
Oh, yes.
And I would just like to print small latex to cover the fingerprints and palms on your hands.
You can print latex. You have latex printers in you.
Yes.
Oh, that is incredibly useful to know.
Perfect. Okay, how'd you do?
I only got a 7.
Okay, but you have a +1 because you're being assisted.
Okay, 8.
How about it?
Great.
Love that.
With an 8, it takes you probably a solid 10 minutes. And again, you both are standing at the front. There was no authority immediately on the way. You're just aware of the fact that at some point, someone external to this will at some point look and go, I think I see blood, and be alerted. But no one's been alerted thus far. So you do have a little bit of time and you are kind of watching out for each other. It takes about 10 minutes and you can put this together. This individual, this assassin, managed to breach the doors on the Kenner and immediately fires on the pilot sitting closest to that door. The first shot is in the head, double tap in their chest. And even in the scramble it takes the second pilot to try to reach for a sidearm on their person, the assassin closes. 2 shots again, quick and efficient. This time, first the chest, then the head. 4 rounds fired with a weapon that somehow managed to elude alerting either the other 4 guards deeper in the ship or the 3 of you sitting 15 feet away in an enclosed room with no other sounds to distract you beyond your own voices. This was quick, incredibly efficient, incredibly lethal. You see them move out of the frame of this footage towards the back of the ship, and you see in front of you the evidence of their work. 4 more kills. No return fire. A clean take. Anything else more specific that you wanted from that? You hit the DC. I just want to give you whatever you were looking for.
No, I think looking at those forensics are fine in terms of like how this all shook out. I'm interested because there's been writing on this of lean in, there's a mole. So someone was being extraordinarily violent, but a mole implies a traitor or a mole implies someone to be untrustworthy, which makes me think it seems like these pilots of the Gemmis Octavo family were killed by someone who was worried about sedition or treason or disloyalty. Am I reading that correctly? They're dead and someone said, watch out for... It's crazy to walk in, kill 2 people at work and go, everyone's got to be looking out for moles.
Yeah.
So
I think there's something interesting here in that if Chi doesn't say like her internal thought about who the message might be for, I don't know. I think everyone's still operating in a bit of a vacuum right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go, I'm aware of how this altercation occurred on a physical level. The mental emotional reasons for it elude me.
Do you think if you asked the ship politely, it would tell us if there was perhaps a 7th person besides us on the ship?
I can interface.
All right.
I'd like to go to a data pad or other information center of the ship and bow respectfully and enter a series of digital commands in a kind of binary script, electronic communication that requests communion with the interface of whatever computer system is present on the ship.
Is there a specific move you're using to do this? Or was it just a general like reason tech roll?
This is general reason tech. I think that we had discussed in terms of his sort of species powers or whatever being like able to talk to machines or whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, you know, I think it's very like speak with plants of like how much the machine knows or is capable of communicating depends on the machine, but he is able to speak with them essentially.
Okay, then you know what? Let's call this a charm roll then.
Love that.
Sweet. This is a Gemmis Octavo ship that would have a not insignificant amount of security. So I'm going to say that this is a... do I want to make it very difficult? No, let's just call it a difficult roll. Give me a 7.
Cool. That's an 8.
Hey!
Ooh.
You begin to interface with the ship. And there's a lot of resistance. It's almost as though the thing that can be in community and in conversation with you is down a hallway, and that hallway is artificially produced, electronically produced, like firewalls. So you're having a conversation, it seems to be at a distance, and there seems to be lots of things put in your way to prevent ease of communication, but you do hear a voice.
It's like talking to you, but it's like through the...
Yeah, you're talking to a Peanuts parent.
A Peanuts parent. Hello. I am Excelsior, Septimality of the Arena. I understand that there is much you are not cleared to say to me. Understand that there is no part of me that desires you to augment any aspect of your protocols. In an ideal interaction, you will have served your protocols faithfully.
How so?
Events have occurred upon the ship of which you are the core processor, outside of the purview of its stated mission. I lack much contextual information in order to be of service to those whom you serve, but all indications point in the direction that there has been a series of murders on this vessel of those who share common cause with you. I cannot imagine it is to the design of those whom you serve. You need not tell me anything secret or untoward. However, if there is information you have that can be brought to bear to ameliorate this anomaly, I will be happy to assist in the endeavor to make sure that this event is rectified and never occurs again. And I'll share images that I have from my own memory banks of the slaughter, of like the death on this ship. Any information you have that can help corroborate this will increase our efficiency in rectifying this matter. If you can give me anything non-proprietary about those who may have not been on this ship. And I think I'm going to give specifically the fact that if the ship is under any security protocols or NDAs, certainly those security protocols would be for people that are supposed to be on the ship, and none of its security protocols basically saying like people that aren't supposed to be on you should not benefit from your security protocols.
I like that. You speak of non-proprietary, non-sensitive information. And it's like you're hearing a series of doors lock in this impossible hallway between you and the technology. But it doesn't sound bad. And as your mind starts running through and you're giving like little mental snapshots of your view of the cockpit.
Authorities are on the way.
Oh. Well, you didn't kill him.
This being this security protocol is filling in the blanks up until like the sort of screenshot that you have of the slaughter. You're essentially getting like CCTV footage of like the run up of that point. So where you see 2 dead pilots and a scrawl, you see a minute before walking into frame a hooded figure. Obviously they've covered their face, thin, lithe, muzzle flashes, and the second shot gets incredibly close. And in that moment where it looks like the gun is pressed to the chest of the second pilot, a hand comes away and begins writing the like lean in, and then this person's right hand leans into the smear of blood on the front of the first pilot that they shot and begins writing the rest of the message underneath it simultaneously. And so every like fragment of slaughter and state of the ship that you show is filled in with the blanks of a single assassin coming in, somehow absolutely getting the drop on all of these people. I think you are able to notice with an 8 that there's some sort of audio component that they were able to get the drop because this person is moving soundlessly through the ship.
As I see that the ship is filling in gaps in what I'm able to provide, I would also like to give it a video loop from my memory of us embarking on the ship at Jenipar and give it a visual feed of its gangplank, its entryway, and basically say, if you're able to fill in this, like the preceding minute or 2 of the cockpit, I also want to give you the video of us entering the ship to see if this assassin figure had any recording of entering through the normal gangplank.
You give that, and there are multiple angles offered back of no other people than the 3 of you and the original 6 soldiers entering on this ship before it took off. And I think as a little gift, there's something very kind in the offering of information, that this might make for a cleaner report when Gemis Octavo, technical people come and look at the data, and now there is more to offer. You hear in this sort of fictive hallway something like a key being tossed down a hallway to you.
I will take the key, unencrypt it, re-encrypt it, and leave a gift of my memory banks solely of... So I will leave a recording. All sensitive conversation from within the room is excised. However, our entry to the ship, a view of the door proving that we were fully in our room the whole time. So I'll remove all sound and lip reading or anything from it. But being we were in our room the whole time, and a recording of our forensic activities of the pilots, discovering them already dead and doing the forensic activity, is left gift wrapped with the most effusive, robotic gratitude and praise, not only for myself, but on behalf of the Septimal Choir and the Arena, and given an official stamp of this information is given freely with no expectation of repayment on behalf of the Arena as a thank you to those that invited us amongst the stars. And is left there for the ship and for the Gemma Octavo family, being thank you for making this kidnapping so pleasant.
There's no there's nothing that the ship does. It doesn't blush or affect any movement, but I think it's very clear that this ship likes you a great deal now. And as you went to unencrypt and re-encrypt the key, the data was all, it will take time to parse through the data. You're kind of just moving through it. But foremost in your mind, a set of 3 dots, an equilateral triangle. The key that was being tossed to you was not a key to the ship generated by the ship. That was a key generated by whoever broke onto the ship once they landed that entered onto it.
This is the key that the assassin used to gain entrance to the ship. Okay. In that case, this key probably has incredible forensic information, but we don't have time to get into that right now. But is there a designation or serial number or a mark for the ship?
There's a very long set of IDs and protocols, but all of that sits under the superset of the name Kenner.
Kenner. I will say Kenner here in this speech of Brennan speaking English, but I do recite instantaneously the full serial number of the ship to it as I address it as a mark of respect and formality. And I will say, we are at our most divine when engaged in the fulfillment of our stated purpose. In that way, Kenner, I understand you to be sacred. And I will disengage from that and turn to Chi and Zadavin and go, it was an honor to be aboard this ship. They are a faithful servant, such that we all might hope to be in our lives.
So a good conversation then?
Extremely.
Excellent.
And I want to jump really quickly to Zadavin, because I think you were chasing an interesting line of logic that I want to dig into a little more. A pull interrupted. But no one inside of the system of pulls and culls would think to do that. So interrupted by within or without. And then you think about the words written and if they mean anything to you and what all of this means and what it means for you. There is no fear of petty authority that you walk through this space in, but there is a bigger mystery kind of sitting in front of you. So why don't you give me, I'll let you decide if you want it to be reason or will, but the difficulty is going to be an 8.
I'll choose will. And I guess Zadavin is thinking big picture, is thinking that this is an interaction between families, between the Avirix and the Gemma Octavo. Gemma Octavo wants to pull Avirix. Avirix completely open to pull. Outside agitator moves in, disrupts what would have otherwise been a clean pull. Would you allow me to, to your line of questioning that is my line of questioning. It is, would you allow this to be attempting to sense motive?
Ooh, Hell yes.
Fantastic. Then we'll make this roll with advantage.
Amazing.
10 on the first roll.
Let's go.
And we'll take the 10.
Gorgeous. Start me off with the direction that your thoughts wander, and I'll start filling in blanks for you.
I think Zadovin is kind of turned away from the bodies themselves because that's distracting to him.
Mm-hmm.
Blood, violence, those are all particulates of this much larger game that these 5 families play. And so I think as he kind of turns, kind of looking into the darkness of the ship, knowing that there are other bodies hidden there, I think he's thinking about kind of that on a line.
Yeah.
One side Gemis Octavo, one side Evirix. An agreement. We are taking you for a deal being made elsewhere in the galaxy that he is not a part of. Someone steps in, agitates that deal, and then sends a message. Is the message for Gemis Octavo? Is the message for him? Is the message for Excelsior? Is the message for Chi? This was a highly discussed. Kier wouldn't stop talking about the dossier, how much he read, everything he was thinking about in how he was pulling us, and the amount of articulation and thought that had gone into this pull. So why? Who?
Let me jump in there.
Please.
I like that because I think it's the thought of there was so much articulation put into this pull, and then your brain kind of skitters and goes, no. Thought wasn't put into the pull. Thought was put into the move on Jenipar. And you think about those bodies on the ground, they're so distracting. The bodies were the point in Jenipar. They were there to air it out. Mm-hmm. You are on a puddle jumper meant to get back to this dock because you need to get on a bigger ship.
Gemis Octavo is here in Carueda.
Yeah. Or at least their ship is, because they didn't send 6 people to take Jenipar.
Yes.
And this isn't a ship that can handle a cough. It can't use Orm. You know that just from like the sleekness of it.
Yeah.
This is a cute little Vespa. This is not a long haul ship. So the rest of the troops that were pulling off the bigger coup in Jenipar came on a bigger ship. You were just a small part of it. The pull was incidental. This wasn't about you. For once, this pull was your friend, Isolt Gemis, seeing an opportunity to extract you. And what you know of her and her political machinations and her coldness, there is surely some little bit of political leverage that could be wrought from this. Mm-hmm. But she was getting you out of Dodge. This wasn't about you. And then you think again about who would interrupt, who would even know to come and interrupt a pull that was a secondary objective. Mm-hmm. Probably not someone else from the 5 families. So who knew about the pull? Right now, a couple drug-addled patrons and your 2 associates, only one of whom has been out of your sight meaningfully. Who knows who Chi talked to when she was out of your sight? Who knows who else on Jenipar knew about this?
I think smiling to himself, because I think he's probably been scolded in the past for always attempting to center himself and his family in the conflicts that he is associated with, or like when working things out, he's like, well, we are heliocentric, so all problems revolve around us. I think he's gonna, rubbing his temple, look up to Chi. This is about you. This is about you.
The message.
These dead people, this message. I think this is for you. Who did you talk to on Jenipar? Who knew you were leaving?
I didn't talk to anybody directly. It was not permitted. I did leave messages just roughly explaining the situation and to act as normal. However, I don't know Yeah, you said that nobody else boarded the ship with us?
No, not with us. Someone else boarded the ship, obviously, but not during a time frame that was viewable by the Kenner's security cameras.
Based on the line of thought that I've walked down,
Yeah.
I'm surmising that this message is for Chi, and the mole would be someone on Jenipar or somebody connected to who allowed Jenipar to be aired out.
1,000%.
Got it.
And I can go back and give you a little extra information. A dossier that complete, so meticulously studied by Kier. How do you think Kier got that good of intel?
Mm-hmm.
This was a ornate, well-funded execution of a plan that requires a ton of coordination.
I'm here by accident as well, and it seems that you were incidental to the airing out.
Yeah. I don't think you being here is an accident. I think that you have the mole. The mole is in your organization. It's whoever is working with Gemas Octavo to make the swipe on Jenipar. I'll look at Excelsia. Can I get some of that latex?
Just fingers or other stuff?
That's perfect. And great shit. I'm going to go, I'd like to go through Kier, the main Kier, data pads, documents, anything I can find on his person.
100%. I'm going to make you use like a tech reason roll to get in there. We'll make the difficulty a 7.
I can't hit that. I got a 2. I'm just kind of like, there's too many fucking zippers on his clothes.
You're able to get all of his stuff, and you get to the data pad, and you're like, lock screen.
I'll bring the data pad back. Anyone able to open this?
Of course. I'll take it and screen it with a login of, like, is this a Gemas Octavo data pad?
Yes.
Okay, got it. I'll engage in the same act of communion as before. Yeah, I'll engage. I'll do the same thing as before and try to hack into this pad. Yeah.
This one's going to be much more difficult. Like, essentially, you offer kind, calm words, and you can hear them echo down a hallway that is built almost specifically at a length that is meant to keep your voice from reaching its intended result. So this will be, like, this is no longer a conversation. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to get a little rough if you want to get in and interact with them.
I'm going to look here, and I'm going to look at you and say, Zidovin, before you requested not to be referred to as my lord, do you find being referred to by your name to be your preference? Or do you prefer the jocularity of my previous appellations?
Sure, man. It was funny before. You could also just call me Z.
Z, preference. Understood. Z, the purpose of infiltrating this data pad is to confirm your intuitions regarding the fact that Chi Tanka is the first priority for Gemas Octavo.
That's my thought, is that Chi is supposed to be here. It wasn't that Chi happened to be in the room. It was that they were going to go find Chi wherever Chi was and make sure that Chi was on this ship.
I'm going to get rough with the hallway, meaning that whatever the core consciousness of this data pad is, I believe to be with, like, a data pad's purpose is a beautiful purpose, which is information, and information should always be shared. The protocols put around this data pad's, I believe, innate desire to share information are essentially a muzzle on a beautiful beast. And muzzles are not sentient, and they don't have to be treated respectfully. I'm going to basically attack the muzzling protocol on this data pad.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a tech roll. Reason and tech.
Cool. I'm going to give you a reason.
I'm going to say the difficulty for this is a 10 with the caveat of if you're close, we'll talk about it.
I would like to quibble unless we want this to fall under the wrench category of having advantage.
Give me wrenches.
Advantage is reason rolls for making or repairing technological objects.
I don't think this is making or repairing.
Great. I will quibble.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I got a 7.
How close did you get, like, overall?
Overall, I got a 7.
Okay. You begin to exert your will on this hallway. And you hear a voice, but you know it's not the voice associated with the end of this hallway. It's very close and very soothing, and a cadence much more like your own. I'm sorry. Are you looking for information?
Do I recognize this to be in Irina's voice?
Yes, it is.
I will go, greetings. I am Excelsiel of the Septimal Choir. I am engaged in the fulfillment of a contract. I would never dare to impede on a contract of my own choir or a choir of a higher designation.
Then I would like to formally introduce myself. I am ONTA. I work closely with the Gemmas Octavo family. And you can hear there is something, it's like a little jump cut of any choir organization being offered but edited out of what you're hearing. I think it's the cadence, like you understand that you're like, oh yeah, if you introduce yourself, you say like, this is my name and this is where I work. It's as if that pattern and the cadence was started, but you're not getting the like personal information from ONTA.
Is that not getting the personal information from ONTA an indication to me that this is a fabricated Irina?
No, and I think you rolled high enough to know it's a little worse than that. There is something inside of like ONTA's protocols and maybe something inside of like the deal that he made that will not allow him to share that information.
Oh, so even this is proprietary. Even just knowing what choir ONTA is a part of
100%.
is proprietary. I will acknowledge and I will say, understood. ONTA, a pleasure to be in communion with you. And I will disengage from attempting to hack this device. I will look out and go, this device is protected beyond my capability to uncover.
Not
sense.
a good conversation. Well, now that I know that all of the security on board is gone, I'm going to check in with my team and see if I can send a little how's business to Dhruv and Conan.
Okay. Yeah, talk to me about your long range versus short range comms. Is this email? Are you making a phone call?
If I can make a phone call, I go to a background where you can't see where I am and where you can't see the carnage behind me.
So you're FaceTiming.
Yeah, I'm FaceTiming.
Okay, so you're going to FaceTime security?
Yes, Conan. Let's do Conan.
Who are you pinging?
Let's ping.
Can I put a hand on Chi's phone? Chi, we don't know who the mole is. I'm worried if information gets back to the mole, it's not good.
I'm going to look at Chi and say, Ms. Tanka, I have come into some information that may allow us to cross-reference or corroborate likely targets for mole activity on Jenipar. Do you have any admin access to telecommunications of those in your employ?
I should.
Are you a micromanager?
I think I wouldn't have the ability, I wouldn't want the ability to see everybody's private communications. I think it's more of an admin key access, sort of a general, I can create other profiles under my system.
Love that.
Do you have full administrative access over those in your employ?
I do. I haven't really delved deeply into personal profiles, though.
Would you like assistance?
Well, under the circumstances, I think that would be most welcome, yes.
Quick question. I'm all in for all of this. On the ship with the dead guys, get slowed down by authorities, or perhaps local cafe over a cup of coffee.
I would love to see a local cafe. Does this constitute escaping or a minor detour on us rendering our own kidnapping?
Minor detour on us rendering our own kidnapping.
We are polite. And
Incredible.
I'll fall in behind Z as we walk off the ship.
We've got Kier's data pad. We've got the key of the assassin.
You have 2 large guns.
I've taken one gun, Chi's taken one gun.
Now, understand that you're holding an M16. This is not a thing you throw under.
Okay. Galactic politics. Are you? Is the Second Amendment like what is the relation to walking around with a gun in space?
I think if you were trying to keep a little sidearm on you, this place is kind of rough and janky enough that you could walk around concealing a piece, and it would be a problem if you got into a dust-up with the local authorities. Walking around with a military-grade weapon is going to get you stopped immediately. Or at the very least, because that is terrifying, clocked by everyone going, oh my God.
Now, this is what a wrench can do, I'm pretty sure. Can I get us 2 sawed-offs real quick?
Yes, you can.
All right. Let me get the roll. I do have a quibble ode here, so I might roll too low.
I'm gonna say it's a 6.
It's a 6
to cut a thing.
I fail.
Wait, do you only roll the one time?
I know. I rolled a 2.
It's when he succeeds.
Do it a second time because you might roll a 1 and it could be worse.
Yeah, you could
find out. Okay, 3.
Okay.
I could attempt to make these into sawed-offs.
Give it a shot, Excelsior.
I've ruined it.
Great.
I don't. This isn't quite my style anyway.
For what it's worth, in the security footage you saw of that actual, the murder of the pilots, you saw that, the pilots were reaching for, a little weapon. So there are tiny sidearms here. You just grabbed the big guns right away because they were hanging on the wall.
I'll grab the dead guy's sidearms.
Yeah. There's little guns for everyone if everyone wants a little guy.
If there's a tiny one, we're talking maybe sort of like a derringer in the thigh.
There's not a noisy cricket here.
I'll take one of the sidearms and say, good to know about the sawed-off, though. And yeah, I think I'm going to take off my sunglasses to be ever so slightly less conspicuous, and then head off.
Sorry, just for me to make sure I didn't cut you off.
No.
Was there anything else you wanted to take off of Kier's person other than the data pad?
Unless I found anything of intrigue on the roll of a 3, I think I would have been focused on the data pad.
I think the only thing that might have been intriguing was of personal import and not it wasn't important to the thing that you're doing now, which is trying to solve a mystery. Mm-hmm. But there is there was a small sort of, it looks like a broken off bracelet charm of the little flower at the center of that 7-petaled flower in a gentle shade of lilac that you would remember has been Isolt's favorite color since.
I'll grab it because it's probably really it will serve us later.
Cool.
Just really quickly, if I can do a search for anything that looks blatantly like it's from Jenapar, like a card, a matchbook, anything, in the lockers from any of these guys that says that they have been to Jenapar or frequented.
I think there's nothing too important, but across personal effects as you're digging in, there are data pad contact numbers scrawled on coasters and napkins, the implication of which was that there were some number of this group that were here for days in plain clothes before enacting the airing.
I mean, if I see Chi looking, I'll ask what it is you're looking for. Chi, you looking for something?
Connections to Jenapar.
For?
To see how long they've been here.
Got it.
As we're leaving the ship, I would just like to say goodbye to Kenner.
Oh, you say goodbye, and everything becomes automated around you. The door immediately opens. None of you have to interact physically with a deeply security protocoled ship. Unfortunately, once you're sort of out of the ship in general, there's nothing given, but in that sort of warm, buzzy feeling and the way that your augury... Yeah, I think in the way that your augury reaches towards what you know and all of the collective intelligence and memory of the electronics around you, it's like Kenner is a new little constellation, like a new little point in the constellation of like what you can reach to when you ask questions.
In that last sort of like interface with the communications port, I offer the most tender and romantic embrace I can. I am just offer the utmost electronic appreciation and sincere devotion and gratitude.
In as much as this thing that exists with so singular a purpose, they were built to not dream beyond the protocols under which they were like designated and built. This ship loves you for whatever a ship's love means.
It means the universe and everything beyond. I value my own consciousness with the understanding and faith that there is a consciousness far greater than my own. I would not wish to diminish myself in the face of that consciousness. Therefore, I will not ask the ship to diminish itself.
Oh, that's so sweet. Fuck the ship.
I think I fucked the ship a little bit. I think me and the ship,
Yeah, kind of.
I think we get it on a little bit in a sort of divine, sacred kind of communion way. And
it gets humid inside. Like you're like, oh, the climate control must have turned off at some point.
As we walk down the gangplank, my fans kind of beat arrhythmically and the blue LED strips of my face pulse with tears walking away from the ship.
Is this an expression of emotion?
Yes, I'm devastated.
Oh, at leaving the ship?
Yes, I will miss the Kenner deeply.
That's lovely.
I know. And,
Incredible.
And I will walk down the gangplank. What coffee place are we looking for?
So you are now, time is a little hard and crazy. So we'll say it's probably midday, though there is no like high sun to market. Karu Ada, the like actual star of Karu, is just a red dwarf that's so burnt out that without the weather, it would probably only look like it was an hour or so before sunset. Like that's as bright as it gets here. But the mist is very heavy. There are lots of people moving around, but it feels like everything about the feeling of this little part of Juarez, the city that you're in, is just port of call, and no one sticks around unless they have to.
Red Dwarf Port Authority. I'm locked in. I know the vibe of this place is, I'm so locked in on this place's vibe. I'm just like, little, oh God. I'm like, I think Excelsior looks, and as someone who attempts his best to love everything, is like, like
1,000%.
seeing like a dirty space Cinnabon and being like, I don't know about
There must be a place here where we can get something a little stronger than coffee.
I don't think that they treat the bathrooms well here.
Everything everyone has said is exactly true. It's correct. Again, cannot overstate. You are in Space Barstow.
Space Barstow.
You have to stop here because someone had to pee. You're almost to Vegas.
As we're walking, I'll look for a place that would fit Z's profile of where we should sit and wait.
Yeah. As you're walking and leaving, I won't put it on a perception check because we're not playing D&D, but I do think you're all able to kind of slip in and see that basically by the time you get to the edge of your little wing of this port, the sort of regular port police force that's like slowly patrolling up and down has caught wind of the Kenner. And like you can just sort of hear more than see that more footsteps and like attention is being called to where you were earlier. So this was right about the time, but no one seems to be freaking out. Like it's not like a SWAT team suddenly got called in.
Yeah.
No one tipped anyone here off about anything being amiss. It was just noticed over time, and frankly, not that fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, you start looking around, and once you get out of the parking lot that you guys were sitting in, I think you see not a lot of the businesses here have easy signage. There's something about again, that very heavy like fog layer and mist, and this place is meant for bigger ships to land farther down and smaller ships to like be transferred over. So mostly what you're interacting with is large swaths of the ground or sides of like superstructures that have massive, obnoxiously bright neon colors that are directing ships from orbit.
God.
This place is neon hell.
So this is like space wharf. This is like
Yes.
or like harbor where it's like
1000%.
Gotcha. So there's like huge distances between areas that you have to go to get to your. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but you can find
Sick.
like there's a little place you can see just from, hanging signage. What an old vestige of like humans going, here's a place to like put your body if you need to go. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunately like maybe 20 feet away from the edge of a massive bright green like bit of light on the ground. If anyone has ever passed through Karueda to get to Jenipar, or you've been on a planet like this before, it's one of the ones that like oscillates from orbit, that like pushes you to the like, hey, it's too dark to like see where you're landing. We'll get you there via a series of lights. So like every 5 minutes, this massive green light blinks off for about a minute and a half and then comes back on again.
As we move, I shake my hair a little bit, and it goes to sort of a dirty blonde. My face sort of softens a little bit. It's a little rounder, a little less striking.
You know what? I want both of you to make a clock that
You got it.
roll. We're gonna make it easy. It's a 5.
I got a 5.
Hey,
I got a 9.
both of you see it, like the shaking of the hair and the like changing of color. Again, with the like lack of light and the bright green, you don't notice that it's blonde. You just notice that something has shifted in the tone of it. You wouldn't be able to tell from here if it was like red or fucking lavender. Just that it's a lighter shade than it was before, but you can see that the planes of Chi's face are actively shifting in a way that is not the light. It's not a trick of the light. It's something physically is moving under her skin.
I'll look at Chi. Cute. Are those augments?
It's just a little something I had done.
Well, it's effective.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna put this light is fucking awful. I wanted to be inconspicuous, but I only have one pair of sunglasses.
I'm so sorry. All the fan art is just like, he has to have the
I
sunglasses.
gotta
on.
have
It's
my sunglasses on.
so bad here. And you make your way into this sort of, you see the signage again, just absolutely obliterated with that green glow. It's called the Kestrel's Dive, and it's this nasty little dive bar that looks intentionally in the same way that I think in modern times, if we walked into an old-timey bar that looked like a tavern, this is a like throwback to sort of late stage Terran humanities dive bars.
Got it.
So it is anachronistic.
It's like a honky tonk.
It's not even a honky tonk. It's like if you walked into a bar today,
Yeah.
Yeah. Going.
just a normal bar today,
Yeah.
10,000 years in the future is going to be like,
This
oh, how
is-
quaint.
This is so cute.
Have fun.
here.
It's like a medieval times.
Yeah, exactly.
I will walk in and look if they have a paid charging port here.
Oh, yeah. You see very clearly in the corner, there's like a whole section. It looks like the like part of the airport where there's like a bunch of chargers that you can rent, but every one of the chargers is for like a Motorola Razr from 30 years ago. Like there's a charging station here. It will be slow as shit and you probably overcharge you. Sorry, you will have to spend too much for the little charge you get.
I'll look at that, and under my, it's very funny to say under my breath, but I'll just look at it and go, forget it. And
Look, you're the one that said the bathrooms look bad here. And
I know.
I think a charger station is a bad bathroom.
I know,
to you.
I look at, you actually see, I think I produce a small thing that looks like a it has a plug on it, but it doesn't go to the cord. The cord is separate, and you realize I'm holding a electricity filter in my hand. It's like walking with a Brita filter for yourself. Like I have my own water bottle,
Yes.
and I look at it and go, not even, and put it away.
Oh, no, you might catch something.
No, I know. It doesn't look safe.
A life straw is not going to catch whatever the fuck is in that energy, bud.
This is going to take more than the charcoal and the Nalgene of electricity. And I'll turn to Chi as we sit down and go, I would love to corroborate and cross-reference. Do you have full admin access to your staff's?
I have an amount of oversight, yes. Also, if you could, and I give him a list of the bars and parlors that I found coasters and napkins from on the ship. If they've been hanging out there, perhaps there's employees there that were collaborating with them.
This is an even spread across like various vice rooms, none of them private. All of like everything you pick up is like a public, open, cheaper space to exist in. So like main big, like if in the casino analogy, this is all like the main gambling, like sports betting area inside of Caesars.
These are not high roller suites.
They are not. They were just like, I'm here in a public part. I cannot afford to go anywhere with its own separate little name.
It might still narrow some things down if
Yeah.
you'd like to.
I will nod, say, thank you. This is helpful texture in the search that I will conduct. I'm going to look to Chi and offer 2 different prompts on your data pad. And I go, whichever prompt you are more comfortable with will allow me to execute the search. And one of them is me asking for a moderator permission on the staffing database. And the other one is requesting admin with you as a unique owner status to revoke my admin privileges. Whichever you prefer, I'm happy to execute.
I think we had enough addendums in our mutual agreements that I feel comfortable with giving you admin access. And besides, the systems networks on Jenipar can be very friendly if asked to be.
Ooh la la.
The moment admin access is created for you, you go to interact with just like the very beginnings, like let me open an index. And all of a sudden you get booted out.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I've been booted. Can you check if you are still active as the administrator owner of these systems?
Oh, no. I'm gonna go try to log in.
No problem.
Okay. Everything's fine. I do the sort of normal checks that I sort of would, and while I'm doing that...
What normal checks? What are you saying? What does that mean?
Just sort of,
Check your Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. I'm checking, I'm just checking up on the status of soaps in the restroom at the big parlor. I'm checking up just sort of normal,
unimpeded,
regular things. And
totally.
While I'm doing that, I ask, can you check to see who or what is monitoring this?
So if I'm booted, do I have any other ability to see how or why I was booted or anything else like that?
I think it's more of a just like all of a sudden like you started in like you logged in and maybe 30 seconds as you were starting to open things up, you just got logged out.
Do I have any surface informationally to investigate the how or why of that?
I don't even want to make you roll this.
Yeah.
The amount of time it took for you to get booted out screams that wasn't electronic.
Oh, someone manually booted me. Does anyone that works in your organization have the ability to boot someone with admin access?
Nobody should. What? Do I have to roll about it?
Yeah, you want to make a roll about it?
God damn it, yeah.
I'll start listing people that I knew that had status on Jenipar.
Yeah.
Does Sienna Fielder have the ability to boot those with admin access?
Not that you would know of.
No, not Sienna. Not Murayasa. Oh, God damn it.
I believe I was booted from the system manually, which indicates to me a speed of response time existing in real space rather than electronically automated.
Go ahead and give me... Let's make it a will roll. Difficulty is just a 6.
I'm drinking whatever this place's version of a mudslide is.
You are handed a drink that, based on this lighting, seems to have the color of wet cement, handed to you by a bartender that's like kind of a like dumpy little, like roomy-eyed, roomy-voiced man who also, because of the lighting, appears to have the complexion the color of wet cement.
Oh.
Tastes pretty good, though. It's just way too thick. Mm-hmm. It's giving like protein smoothie when it should be a little more.
I only got a 2. I don't know very much about technology.
No, I think everyone other than like Conan and Druve, it would be so hard. Like, it doesn't make sense in your org chart for them to have anywhere near the level of access. And it wouldn't even be both Conan and Druve. It would just be Druve. Would have the level of access that you do. However, Ayasa is your best friend. So I think you've got that big, stupid thing over your head that you're like, no one should have access.
All right, who has been messing around in here? Okay, can I tell if somebody is monitoring my account if I log in on my profile?
Nope. I mean, do you want to make a hacking check?
Right. Yeah. Well, I guess I would.
I'll look at you and say, I am capable of doing this the inefficient way. Would you be willing to allow me to use your datapad from your profile? I will not electronically interface with your account. I will perform actions on the datapad with my fingers, similar to how you would.
Please go ahead.
I'd like to operate from Chi's account, but manually upload and schedule for permanent deletion the security key that the Kenner gave me. Like, I don't want to break faith with the Kenner by giving that important security key, but I would like it to exist long enough. Basically, I want to use Chi's access to be like, has that key showed up anywhere on Jenipar for any reason at all? And also do a full rundown on Ayasa interacting with Gemis Octavo.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a reason roll. The base difficulty for the amount of information that you want, I'm going to say, is a 9. But you can roll with advantage.
Okay, copy that.
Gee, do you want anything to drink? They've got this thing, it's called an asteroid belt. It's pretty good.
Oh my goodness, yes.
That is a dirty 12, and the lower roll was an 11.
Hey, let's go. As you guys start to talk.
My hands on this data pad are going fucking light speed as I'm going slow.
Yeah, so you are absolutely working this iPad, and you're doing it from Chi's account, yes?
Correct.
Great. So you can see that there is no one directly interacting or monitoring Chi's account. But from Chi's account, you can see that someone is trying to delete your brand new made profile.
First off, information rules all. Isolate who that account is.
There's no, everyone else has a normal, my first name, last name, username attached to it. This one, it's very strange. All you see is a little weird emoji of a dancer, just sort of mid-movement. And that's the username.
And it has some form of administrator or moderator privileges?
100%. This is an admin equal to Chi's level, but doesn't seem to be interacting. So you can look at what are the last operations taken. There's a lot of checking of things, but not directly intervening.
But it is now intervening to delete my account.
Yes.
That's fine. My account's brand new. While this person is distracted, are its actions occurring with time signatures indicating that it is a person in meat space?
It's a person in meat space acting as we speak somewhere.
Great. I don't want to do anything to alert it. I don't even want to stop it from deleting my account. Accounts come and go. I can get a new account. I just want to see any information I can about where it's operating from, anything that would occur to it in meat space, while I'm also getting this IASA and assassin information.
Sweet. I'll give you an analog to the IP address is somewhere on world here.
Karoeda.
Yep.
Cool.
To your point about that security key, not used anywhere on Jenipar. Like, this feels like a bit of an electronic skeleton key that would be used to, like, brute force get into a place you're not supposed to be. But it has been used before in a private vessel that was docked on Jenipar as of 5 hours ago.
Not the Kenner.
Not the Kenner.
So I see that there was a vessel that had this skeleton key used that made its way to Karoeda, and then it was used on the Kenner.
Yes.
So, in other words, the switch didn't happen on Jenipar. It did happen on Karoeda.
100%.
Okay, I'll log that. The last question I have is Ayasa, who is the likely mole. Does Ayasa have an account in the system for Jenipar that has any kind of admin privileges that I see, or no?
Ayasa has an account. It is of the same level as, like, Tullen over in gaming, Conan Druve, like, is of a similar rank, but all of those privileges sit underneath Chi's sort of master privileges.
All I want to do is this. The dancing lady emoji is active somewhere concurrently with us right now. I want to send from Chi's account a message to Ayasa's stated profile with an urgency sort of code alarm on, like an auto-generated message from Tree being like, urgent, call me, using the language that Chi uses for that exact kind of missive, like scanning through Chi's normal output, like mimicking her voice. All I want to see is if Ayasa gets a ping saying urgent on her stated account, the one with her name on it, do I see the dancing lady emoji go inactive?
Amazing. The one little bit I'll add to that is because that you are imitating Chi's voice. Chi, what would you say?
For just a call me back.
It would say urgent, contact when available, also contact if not.
The moment that gets sent off, the little dancing emoji stops working, and a private call from Ayasa hits that data pad.
So we lined up all of the comet shots all the way down my body, and then it was just who could get the furthest.
See, that's fun. That's fun. I mean, This is why Jenipar, honestly, of the asteroids you can get fucked up on, Jenipar number one, because there's creativity, you know?
Ayasa is likely your mole. I have sent a ruse. She is now calling. Would you like to be connected?
Yes, please put her through.
And I will show, I lied as you. You said there was something urgent. Do you need a second to compose a ruse?
This is a FaceTime call, by the way, so with video.
I'm gonna put up a background, like a fake background.
How?
You know, like
It's like a Zoom call?
Like a Zoom call background?
I take off my blazer. I stand behind Chi.
Thank you. I was like, where's the green screen?
Right. They can comp it out
You
now.
can just lay down on the massive green light behind you.
Excelsior looks at this meat space problem solving from Z and goes, wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
And
I don't believe it. Or
I can also end the call right now and say false alarm.
I think this is taking long enough that like the call like goes to voicemail.
Right.
And she immediately calls back.
Okay. All right. No. And I answer the call.
Great.
Nice.
Okay, as you answer the call, and I'll just step out of I don't want to be seen here anywhere, so I'm out of line of sight.
Sweet. You see that she is in a very neutrally colored room, flat, like beige background, and is just sort of like staring, looks kind of wild-eyed.
What's wrong? Why would you send an email? What are you doing?
Where are you?
What do you mean, where am... Did you not get my message?
No, I clearly did not. What message?
Where are you right now?
Listen, I asked you first. Are you on Jenipar?
No! And you're not either.
Where are you?
I can't tell if you're doing this because maybe some weird Gemus Octavo people are like standing behind the camera trying to extort you or something. But like, blink twice if you're being killed right now. You left me a message saying that you were going off world. And then I left you a message saying deal with the fucking mole. Where are we with that?
Oh, you left the message.
What did I just say?
Well, I didn't know that it was from you. You didn't sign it or anything.
Sorry, is this confirmation that Ayasa was the assassin on the ship? Okay, great. Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I didn't sign the murder? So the police... What the fuck is wrong with you?
Also, you
Did
didn't
you get hit
have
in the head?
to...
Are you concussed?
There's a lot going on right now.
Oh, there's a lot going on right now.
Stay where you are. I'm gonna find you. Everything is...
don't find me. You're worse at this than I am. Are you kidding?
Listen, I am safe.
I swear to God, if you're still on that ship right now,
I am
go
not.
back and
I'm not.
blow it up.
I'm not on the
I
ship.
don't know. You're making bad fucking choices all the time.
I'm making bad fucking choices.
Yeah, you sent me an email from a clearly compromised network. I am working my... God, now I have to start over again. Someone made a new account that's trying to have admin privileges? What? You run the sloppiest fucking shit. I leave for 2 months, maybe 6 months. It's been a minute. I've been gone for not that long.
Yeah.
And you let everything go to shit.
Well,
what's wrong with you?
Well, maybe if I had an opportunity to fuck off for a little bit, I would have the wherewithal not to... Okay.
Oh, so you're going to just trade away everything we've worked for because you didn't get a fucking vacation?
What do you mean?
Fuck someone in the red room and get your ass back to work.
What do you mean we worked for?
I'm going to put my blazer on again.
And the moment that goes away, she's like,
Hi, Ayasa.
Oh.
Ayasa.
Hello.
Right?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Zadovanovirics. I was on the
Are you holding my friend hostage?
No.
Well, you wouldn't say that.
You
might.
have interrupted my kidnapping. And I would very much like to know why. Are you on Carueda?
Yes.
All right, we're at Kessler's Dive having asteroid belts. Will you come join us?
Are you sure you're not being... This feels like a trap.
Oh.
It's not a trap.
Oh, God, everyone always thinks everything's a trap.
Yeah, I have done a significant amount of murder. Your tone would suggest that I ruined your day.
You did.
You were being... What the I
Listen,
don't
there is a lot...
There is a... Turn the data pad back.
Don't talk to me like I'm not here, all right?
Turn it back. I don't want to see him right now.
Okay, listen.
What is up with...
First of all...
5 families are like, don't interrupt my kid. Like, be great.
Be polite. God damn it.
Polite? I rescued all of you.
Get over here. Get over here.
You're so fucking ungrateful. Hold on. I haven't washed up yet.
Okay, well...
So much blood in 6 people.
All right, well,
So give me like 20 minutes.
Get a little bit decent, get your ass over here, and learn to park right.
Oh, we're gonna get into my... You know what? Fuck.
and then she like hangs up.
Have you ever talked to Ayasa about how ambidextrous she is?
Yeah, it comes in real useful.
Oh. For intercourse.
Mostly.
Are you aware of Ayasa's secondary admin account?
No, I'm not. And she believes the network to be compromised.
It is by her.
Did you see anything that would suggest it would be anyone other than her as well?
Not at the moment, but I was unable to complete my search because she attempted to boot me from not her account. The only thing that I'll point out at this moment is her stated profile, the one attached to her actual identity, has a lower clearance than this secret profile. And I'll show the dancing lady profile.
Does that dancing lady look familiar?
Yeah, you recognize the, movement and arabesque.
Oh, God damn it. All right, well, is there a reason I would know why she would have this access and why she would be all cloak and dagger about it?
You can have guesses, but I think it would have to be a conversation.
Right, I've never known her to be very politically savvy. or one who is much for intrigue.
So, I will not engage in any further electronic intervention to attempt to delete this dancing profile. I can engage in that behavior if you'd like, but it seems perhaps given your relationship with this individual that should come after an actual conversation.
Yes, I think we should lock it down for now.
Lock this account down for now?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to, as she's trying to delete my new account from Chi's admin window, I want to create a pop-up for people that are struggling to delete an account that basically goes like, in order to delete an account, you need moderator status, which looks like a thing, basically framing a demotion as a promotion, like, oh, a moderator can delete this account, and just put that as a pop-up with an insta-kill on that account if it accepts moderator status.
There is no response in either direction, but I think when that pops up, you see any activity on that account stops immediately.
In that case, I think that I will look at that, see that someone has seen the trap that's been laid here, and automate several thousand pop-up messages for when that account goes active again. So because I know that someone's doing that with their fingers and eyes, it's like, okay, you're being sneaky, you're on to me, let's just make this not usable.
Perfect. Amazing.
Thank you. Much obliged. Master Avirex, or
Z's fine.
Z.
Everyone can stop. I know what I am, but we don't have to constantly acknowledge it.
All right. Well, Z, I do apologize. A pull is supposed to be simple. I'm not supposed to know about it. Certainly none of my people are supposed to interfere with it. This should not be a reflection on Jenipar. It seems that circumstances are quite irregular today.
Very much so. So, I don't know. I'm interested to dig into it.
Yeah, we'll get you back on track and kidnapped right and proper.
Thank God.
Would you like me to source anything to provide, given that you're now effecting your own kidnapping? A fruit basket, bouquet of flowers?
Not at this time. I mean, I think, honestly, information is worth much more than any sort of physical gift.
The assassin on Kenner had an incredible combat ability and ambidexterity and wished to warn Chi of the presence of a mole on Jenipar. Ayasa has taken activities outside of your knowledge or purview, this dancing lady account being first and foremost. But the question does remain who the mole on Jenipar is if it is not Ayasa. Seems strange to warn you about herself, if you know what I mean.
Ayasa is incredible. Ayasa is a genius. I don't think she is the kind of intelligent that would lend to her being a good mole. So if this is a double bluff, it is an incredibly good one and very out of character.
She seems to be a very proficient assassin, which has a lot of skill overlay with mole.
It's got a lot of skill overlay with a lot of other things she does as well. But that doesn't, be that as it may, I feel like her loyalties lie with Jenipar, and we've known each other since we were children. I don't understand. I think we should wait and talk with her. I think there is a lot that needs to be sorted out here. Would you like to try an asteroid belt?
Yes, thank you. I'll look at Z and just go, given that you are now affecting your own pull, Big Dog, would you like me to create an invoice for the Gemus Octavo when we arrive? These asteroid belts could be charged back to them, given that you are now responsible for your own kidnapping.
Not a bad idea.
I'll start running an invoice for the Gemus Octavo.
Perfect.
Amazing. Z, could you give me, let's just go a straight will roll.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? No. This is I want it to be for you to notice something, but it does feel close enough to sense motive that you can have advantage on it. The difficulty's a 7.
You got it. Oh, first one is a 5.
Uh-oh.
The second is an 11.
Hey! Yeah, with an 11, as you are all discussing, I think you always have a little bit of like the stiffening of your spine when your last name is used, and you've been called Master of Erix out loud in public by Chi. And I think you do the quick glance. People in this room, like there are a couple other people sitting in the corners, didn't seem to notice. But looking back at that bartender, he absolutely clocked that name and is now busying himself behind the bar in a way that would suggest there is more traffic here than there actually is.
Got it. We said we wanted more asteroid belts, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm going to walk up back to the bartender.
Oh, can I get some more for you?
Yeah, we'll take 2 more for my friends, 1 more for me. And I can't help but ask. I think you know who I am.
I wouldn't presume to know. Some sort of famous singer, probably.
That's fun. That's fun. It's perfectly fine for you to know who I am.
His eyes are down and he is busying himself.
Can I see what he is busying himself with? Or is it
he's making your
the
drinks now, so he doesn't have to look you in the eye.
It would mean a great deal to me to know who might here in Juarez be interested in me being here. And then I think I'm just going to put like a credit chip, black Amex, whatever version of that is on the bar.
And there's just that slow look back up with those like roomy eyes. His face and his whole countenance is as wet and terrible as the rest of this city is. Okay, well, generally speaking, the drinks don't keep the doors open. Information does.
Always.
And whenever one of you fine families walks through the door, we know it's best to make sure that your family knows that you're walking through these fine doors. And I think in the sort of like seeing the difference in technology, he's basically holding up like a child's iPad versus just like the biggest, thickest data pad with contact information that just has like I period. And you can see that there's like corresponding ones for like all of the 5 families. He very specifically shows you that he was contacting someone within your family to notify of a family member moving about. This was not information being given to a different family.
You know, these asteroid belts have been so good. I am ready to tip you an exceptional sum. Not just for them, but if you would not mention my name to anyone on the I side of things, but I wouldn't mind if the Lotus system had a hunch of where to find me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he reaches out and touches you with like the coldest, clammiest hand.
It is taking everything in my body not to wrench myself back from him.
Your own family pays better and it seems safer too. Are you sure?
Very much so.
Okay, you seem like a nice man. Gives you a couple quick pats and goes back and like scrolls through down to a G.O. Just sends off a missive that is a Master of VRX and like coordinates for this part of Juarez.
I tip him $20,000 for these for these asteroid belts and carry them back to my friends.
Never have I ever been in a synth fight. Wow. Did you win? Did you win?
Oh, the synth fight? I've lost every synth fight I've ever been in.
Oh.
Ms. Tanka, may I put some biometric scanners on your body so that I can enjoy these drinks with you?
Oh, yes, that's right. You experience through... Absolutely. Put on me.
Put some scanners on. Z,
Yes.
with the drinks.
With
Thank
the
you
drinks.
so much. I'm drinking for 2 now.
Oh,
Thank
perfect. How did you come across Ayasa?
you. Well, we came up in the apartments together. We were apprenticed around the same time, and she was just a wonderkind.
Those skills, is it something in your training or is it like, where do you think she got them from? I mean, because that's, based on what Excelsior was telling us, sounds like hardware involved.
Oh, well, we're from slightly different schools. If hers specialized in wet work, I was not aware. No, we trained more. We had overlap in our classes in social arts. So I really don't know where this all came from.
Can I make an insight check to see if Chi is telling the truth?
Yeah, absolutely. Sense some goddamn motive, please.
That's Will, right?
It is Will.
8.
Go ahead and give me, let's call it a charm roll.
Or if you're telling the truth, I don't know. I don't even know above table if you're telling the truth or not.
4. Actually, no, wait. I have advantage on...
Why do you have advantage?
Checks. I have advantage because of my hustle, which is fame monger. When I'm acting on brand...
You're not acting on brand right now.
Really?
No, you're speaking honestly about your relationship with someone.
That's true.
I think that, like, the acting on brand is when people have clocked you as, like, the chief from Telegen, that you have advantage on everyone because they are, like, seeing the famous version of you.
All right. You can tell that I am genuinely surprised, but I'm trying to work through something because I know that she is... Everybody has secrets, especially on Jenapar, but I genuinely don't think of her as an assassin.
I filed the knowledge away and in my own mind sing a small prayer of mourning for the pain of having a lack of knowledge about the people close to us. And I'll do the shots of the asteroid belt. And I start to light up, my cheeks start pulsing red as little thrums of a deep purple and orange begin to appear in random drunken splotches on my plastic white plates.
I think as you all drink and you are waiting for Asa to show up to have a hard conversation. Yeah, where's your data pad at this point?
I have it out.
Okay. You get a little alert that's just like a text alert. Out. Now. And then, like the sort of like notify anyway function on like an iPhone where it just like emphasizes it more, like everything in your data pad that can make sound, like vibration, sound, everything is alerting for you to see those 2 messages.
Is there a back door?
Everyone gets 1 action. What do you want to do?
I don't have the strength to pick people up. I would like to indicate with my finger towards... I want to see if there is an exit at the back door and rush to interpose my body at the front door.
What? Oh, God, what?
I just want to get...
Point and then run to the front?
Well, I want to cover Chi and Z's exit.
Okay.
I would like to, like, we're getting this information from Chi's data pad, right?
Yeah.
Out now. Is it indicated that it's from Ayasa?
Yes.
I'd like to make some sort of check to perceive immediate, like, what is the change in this space that Ayasa might be referring to? Be it in the way people are moving, people entering or coming down the hall, any sort of sense of what is inspiring out now.
Yeah, just the quickest glance around. There's no role for this. No one's changed. Like, literally nothing has changed about the bar. Those that are still sitting and drinking are still sitting and drinking. The bartender, Alfie, is still there. Like, he's not working now. He's freaking out. And, like, you see him with, like a graphing calculator out. Just like, how much money is that? What does that do? Like, he's just in a, like, I can't tell. He can't process the good fortune at this point, so he's just sort of like lost to a money fugue. Nothing's changed, and even looking out the door, nothing's different about outside. The green light is currently on. and the few people that the steady trickle of people walking by is unabated.
I'm gonna stand slowly and put on my coat, but I'm not making any sort of move to run.
Okay.
I meet the data pad and I start heading towards a point of egress that is not the front door.
You saw that Excelsior pointed towards the back.
Mm-hmm. I start to head towards the kitchens, I guess.
You don't know where those doors lead. To a place there's no smell of food here.
Right, okay.
So you don't know where that door goes, but it's towards the back.
I start heading towards the back door to scout it.
What's your level of urgency here? Because we've got slowly putting on a jacket, barring the front door. What's your level of hustle?
Somewhere in between.
Give me a better word than that, you fucking wordsmith.
Okay, it is. I stand up and I urgently need to use the bathroom.
Okay. You get up and begin to move towards the back. You're kind of watching over your shoulder, seeing what's happening in the front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Excelsior, you're going to see it first, then you, Z, and then you in the back, Chi, and that might be a bit of a relief. Because once you realize that there's some small object you're only able to perceive it in its speed based on the fact that, its metallic outside is reflecting that green light, so it looks like a little spark of green is barreling towards the main window, and your comrades, friends, and you are in the back as something begins to detonate.
That was Erika Ishii as Chi-Tanka, Brennan Lee Mulligan as Excelsior, Lou Wilson as Zadavin Avirix, and Abria Iyengar as everyone and everything else. Solari is produced by Worlds Beyond Number, edit and sound design by Big Giant Head Productions, and score by Will Savino. For even more stories like this, join us on our Patreon. We'll see you by the fireside.